I've been doing SEO for over 7 years now. I've worked with small businesses, I've worked with niche sites, I've worked with enterprise businesses worth millions of pounds, and I've even had the opportunity to do SEO for a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And in this video, I'll be revealing the most effective, efficient, and realistic way to build your first 100 backlinks. I'll be covering both paid and free options, and if you stay to the end of this video, I'll be revealing a bonus backlink method that will help you 10x the power of your backlinks. So first things first, you need to build the people talking about you types of links. These are social media profile links, these are social media post links, and these are forum types of links. You don't need to sign up to hundreds of social media sites, just start off with the main ones. X, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. Place your link in the designated website holder, and then you're going to publish some of your pages. Now, if you're like me and you like the shortest possible route in doing something, you can use IFTTT to help automate your social media posts. Now for forums, there are two main ones. Number one, Quora. Number two, Reddit. After that, you're going to want to sign up to niche relevant forums. For example, if you've got a gaming site, you'd sign up to Steam. If your site is about web development, you can sign up to Stack Overflow. Now, if you're unsure of which niche forum is right for you, you can simply use this search operator. Your niche plus forum, and you'll be able to see niche related forums like this one I got about car detailing. You're going to want to answer some questions and then leave a link to your site as a reference. However, some forums absolutely hate this, like Reddit. So for forums like that, you can simply publish your link on your own profile. And you don't want that to be a lone link, otherwise it's not going to get indexed and it's not going to get any juice to it. So instead, you're simply going to comment on different posts and get some internal links to your profile page where your current link sits. Now, these links aren't going to push your rankings forward, but it's a great way to build trust and it's a great foundational type of link building. Now let's move on to the I'm a real business types of links. So businesses typically have their address out there. But what if you're a niche site owner and you don't have an address? Well, you can just do this. Simply rent a postcode. Now, if you don't want to spend a penny on an address, you can simply watch this video here where I show you how to get one for free. What I'm talking about here are directory links. These are things like Yelp, Yellow Pages, and White Pages. All you're going to do is sign up to these directories, leave a description of your business, and then link to your own website. Now, this is a really tedious task. It's mind-numbing, so I like to outsource it to someone else. Now, let's move on to the EAT boosting links. Now, if you're one of those people who's never heard of EAT, it's one of Google's most important ranking factors. It stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. Backlinks, in my opinion, are the best way to build trust and overall EAT. Now, here's what you do to build EAT types of links. Use the minus site, your website, plus brand name search operator. And if you've already built a solid EAT profile, you should have lots of results. However, social media results don't count. You want the results to look like websites mentioning your brand name. This signals to Google that you are an entity, you're an authority, you're a brand, and most importantly, it shows Google you can be trusted. Now, the key to building these types of links is when you're publishing a post, you want to have your brand name in the meta title as well as the H1 tag. This way, your brand name is going to show up in the Google search results. And I'll show you how to do this in the next part. Now, let's move on to the heavy hitting type of link. The guest posts. Guest posts are the type of link that are going to actually push your rankings up and overall increase your domain authority. But before I get into that, for some context, it's important to understand how you used to get guest post links. Step one, you would email a bunch of related sites and tell them you wanted to guest post for them. Step two, after emailing a whole bunch of people, you'd have a few who would accept. Step three, you would create an article for them and place your link on there and publish it to their site. This was an exchange of value, and the value you provided them was content, and the value they provided you was a backlink to your website. But it doesn't work like that anymore. Everyone and their mother knows the value of a backlink, thanks to marketers, i.e. SEOs, spamming the hell out of the internet and telling webmasters all about backlinks.
Marketers ruin everything.
They finally caught on to the worth of a backlink, and it's become much harder to acquire a backlink for free. And no one cares about the content you can write for them because AI could already produce a crap ton of genuine good quality content if they know how to do it right. So instead, you need to pay a fee to get a backlink. 99.99% of the time. However, before you click off, I will be going over a free backlink method that you can use and actually works, and I've used many times over. The first method is my favorite, and all you have to do is simply join Facebook groups. These will be SEO groups, guest posting groups, and niche related groups. Now stick with me here because you're probably going to feel completely out of place in these types of groups. However, I'm going to keep you safe and I'll tell you exactly what to do and what not to do. You want to publish a post to these Facebook groups, letting people know you want to guest post. And after you do that, you're going to get a whole load of messages coming to you. Messages, friend requests, and comments of people telling you to check your messenger. Now, you're going to want to make sure these sites are legit and won't harm your website and are cost effective, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. But before that, here are some websites I've managed to get my hands on. So I spent 5 minutes on Facebook groups going through the messages that I had received after my post, and here are 3 sites that I found to stand out and reach this criteria that we went over. So if you take a look at this site, it's getting 12.4k in terms of organic traffic, and I find SEMrush is incorrect when it comes to estimating the traffic, of course, because it's not your exact analytics. So what you want to do is double this. So this is really getting approximately 24,000 visitors a month, and it has a domain authority of 7, which isn't bad, but we don't care about domain authority. It's nice, we only care about traffic. And in terms of price, it comes in at $20. So, not bad. Now let's move on to the next one. Move on to this site now. And this is getting 85,000 monthly visitors. Now, this has a domain authority of 56, so that's a pretty hefty one. Now, what about the price? Boom, only $40 for a link on this site. That's a bargain. Now let's move on to the next one. Now, this has 34,000 organic visitors, and in terms of the domain, it's a domain authority 48, and in terms of price, it's $50, which is pretty damn reasonable, especially if you compare it to the services out there which are charging hundreds of dollars for the links that I've just mentioned. You're getting it at a fraction of the price if you're doing this type of outreach. So how do you find these sites at these kinds of prices? Here's the exact script I wrote. Looking to guest post on tech related websites. Requirements: at least 1,000 plus traffic from English speaking countries according to SEMrush. 10,000 plus is ideal. No PBNs, English only, tech related sites only, link must be do follow. Now check out all these comments we've got, and of course they're sending me messages, and this is where we can negotiate and vet the sites and get ourselves some really highly effective backlinks at a very reasonable price. Now you're going to get comments from people to check your messenger, and this is where people are going to send you a link to their sites. Keep in mind, these people probably don't own the site, and instead they're the middleman. What you want to do is simply put those sites into SEMrush and make sure they're getting at least 1,000 organic visitors. Scroll down and make sure it's actually ranking for keywords and not gibberish. Then you want to make sure to check the post on the site to make sure it's not a link farm. Link farms are sites that exist only to create links. Check the posts, and if you find they're constantly linking out to money pages like affiliate reviews, products and categories, guess what? That's probably a link farm, and you don't want a link on your site there. Next up, you want to check the age of a website. Make sure it's at least 2 years old, because sometimes that website may disappear in the future. After all, you are paying, so you want that link to last forever. Now if the site meets the exact criteria that I've laid out, you're going to want to negotiate the price. I like to give them a really low number and then negotiate, so at least this way they think, oh, he doesn't have a lot to spend, so I'm going to make it as cheap as possible. Naughty. Now, one of the most common things I'm finding with my consultation clients is they're unsure of SEO. They've got information overload. They don't know how to filter the information. You see, they've been absorbing so much of this information, they don't know what works and what doesn't work. That's why I'd highly recommend a one-on-one consultation with yours truly. Or you can simply go for the SEO audit and strategy game plan. Now let's move on to the next way to find guest post links, and that's using Upwork. I've managed to get myself on sites that have over 600,000 monthly visitors and I only paid $40 for that link.
Wow, it's very nice.
However, keep in mind that is the exception and not the rule. It's very easy to do. All you're going to do is sign up and publish your job post. Here's what mine looks like.
I'm looking for backlinks on tech websites only. Website requirements: must be receiving traffic at least 1,000 plus according to SEMrush. Please don't send sites that don't meet this requirement, or you'll just be sent into spam. No PBNs, real websites only. Tech websites must be realistically priced for a guest post. I don't care about DA, only traffic. Please send the links to the websites and not a spreadsheet link / attachment.
Now when people send you their sites, you're going to want to vet the links according to the criteria I just went over. Then you're going to want to negotiate the price as low as possible. Here's a pro tip: when you get sent a list of sites, you're going to want to publish them into a doc, because they're afraid you'll cut them out and instead you'll go directly to that website, and this way you could get a cheaper price. The next way to get guest post links is by using marketplaces like Legit. Type your industry into the search bar plus guest post, and then you want to reach out to the vendor if they don't already provide a link to the site. Here's another pro tip: if that vendor has already got lots of reviews, then chances are it's a link farm. You don't want to be on there. Instead, look for gigs that have very little reviews. This way, they probably got very few guest post links. You want to reach out to vendors that don't have a lot of customers. Now, how about those free guest post links? How do you actually get those? This one's tough, but still doable if you're willing to put in the elbow grease. Use my X bio strategy. In X, search something in the search box, then click advanced search and type your industry plus blog. Click on people, and some of these profiles will link out to their blog. You want to make a list of these blogs somewhere and reach out asking for a guest post. Using X to find free guest posts is a great strategy, because chances are that people who link to the website in their bio are really passionate about that topic, and they may not care about a fee for you trying to guest post on their site. However, your content must be really good. I break down my X guest post strategy in this video. Now, it's time for what I promised you at the start of this video. Here's how you power up your backlink for less than $10. You use that by using my Web 2.0 tiered link building strategy. Tiered link building is when your backlink is receiving a backlink. So your backlink is getting powered up and passing more power to your page, and as a result, you get a rankings boost. So for example, as you can see here, we've got guest post, and this will be a tier 1 link, and this will point to your page. And then you've got your tier 2 type of link, and this will point to your guest post. And then you can even take it a step further by introducing a tier 3 type of link, which points to your tier 2. This is going to juice the hell out of your guest post right here, and as a result, your page will rank even higher. Now keep in mind, I wouldn't recommend going any deeper than a tier 3 link. Web 2.0 properties are sites like .wordpress, .weebly, Blogspot and Tumblr. And that's just to name a few. There are a load more out there. What you're going to do is buy some expired Tumblr profiles. I've built hundreds of Web 2.0 properties, and I found that Tumblr is the easiest and by far one of the most effective Web 2.0s. What you're going to do is sign up these Tumblr profiles. I would recommend using a different browser like Firefox to avoid leaving a footprint. But don't worry, I've never been penalized by using this method. And all you're going to do is simply post an article to your Tumblr profile and leave a link to the page you want to rank. I would highly recommend building 4 of these Tumblr types of backlinks to one of your guest posts. I found this the most effective and efficient way to power up one of your backlinks. Make sure to check out this video as I break down this strategy.
Sounds dry.